I'm about to tell you that buying a home right now might be the wrong decision for you. Not because the market's bad, not because the prices are dropping, but because I've sat across from enough people who weren't ready, and I've watched them make the biggest financial mistakes of their lives. I know that the most valuable thing that I can do sometimes is to tell someone to wait. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the 4 situations where I actually tell my clients to hold off, and if none of these apply to you, I'll tell you what that means for you and what your next step should be. Situation 1, your income isn't stable yet. Here's something most people don't realize until it's too late. Your mortgage approval isn't just about what you make right now. It's about what the bank believes you will keep making. Think about it like this. Imagine you're lending someone $500K. Would you feel better if they had been in the same job for the last 3 years or if they just started a new one 6 months ago? The bank thinks about this exactly the same way. If you've recently changed jobs, gone self-employed, or your income has shifted significantly in the last 2 years, a lender is going to look at that and either decline you outright, offer you worse terms, or approve you for far less than what you actually need. And the worst version of this, you get approved, you find a house that you love, you go through the whole process, and then something changes right before possession, and now you're in a really difficult situation. If your income isn't rock solid right now, wait 12 to 24 months. Get some stability behind you first. It'll make the whole process a lot cleaner, cheaper, and a lot less stressful. Situation 2, your debt is competing with your mortgage. Calgary has a strong job market. A lot of people are making good money, and a lot of those same people are carrying a surprising amount of debt alongside that income. There's car loans, student loans, lines of credit. These all factor into something that we call your debt service ratio. Basically, the bank looks at how much monthly income is already spoken for before your monthly mortgage payment even shows up. Imagine you're trying to fill a bathtub with the drain half open. You can keep adding water, but you're fighting against yourself the whole time. High debt is that open drain. Every dollar going towards a car payment is a dollar that isn't going towards what you can borrow. I've had buyers come to me making $120,000 a year and qualify for far less than they expected because their monthly debt obligations were eating away at like 40% of their income before we've even started. If that's you right now, a focused 12 to 18 months of paying down that high interest debt can dramatically change what you qualify for and what your monthly payments are going to look like on the other side. Situation number 3, you're buying with nothing left over. Now this one I feel pretty strongly about, and it probably goes back to my background in trades. When I was quoting projects, the clients that stressed me out the most weren't the ones with the big jobs. They were the ones that had budgeted for exactly what the job entailed. There was nothing left over for surprises, hidden changes that would inevitably come up along the way. Buying a home is exactly the same. You save for your down payment, you cover your closing costs, and then you get your keys, and then your furnace craps out, or your hot water tank explodes, or your dog runs away because there's a hole in your fence. These things happen. They always happen. And if you've drained every dollar to get into the house, now you're managing your mortgage payments and a financial emergency at the same time. Here's my general rule. After your down payment and your closing costs, you should still have about 3 to 6 months of expenses sitting somewhere that you can access quickly. If you don't have that buffer, just wait a little longer. Like, the right house at the wrong time is still the wrong house. Situation 4, you're not planning to stay. Real estate is a long game, and Calgary specifically has gone through enough market cycles that I've seen what happens when people buy short. If you're buying and you think there's a reasonable chance that you might be moving cities or changing your life situation significantly, or selling in the next 2 to 3 years, the math often doesn't work out in your favor. Between legal fees, realtor commissions on the selling side, and the fact that the first few years of your mortgage is mostly just going towards interest, you need time for the numbers to really work for you. Now, there's exceptions if you're in a fast appreciating pocket of Calgary or you're buying smart. Sometimes a shorter hold might work out. But as a general rule, if you can't see yourself in the home for at least 4 to 5 years, renting might genuinely be the smarter financial decision in the short term. And I'll say this, a good realtor should be willing to tell you that. If someone is pushing you to buy a home when your timeline doesn't support it, that's something to pay attention to. So those are the 4 situations where I tell my buyers to wait: job instability, too much debt, no financial buffer, and a timeline that's too short. If you went through that list and none of those apply to you, that's a good thing. It probably means you're in a solid financial position and you're actually ready to figure out how much you can afford and where in Calgary makes sense for you. And I have that video coming. But if you want to talk about your specific situation before then, my contact details are below. No pitch, no pressure, just a conversation. And if this was helpful, I've got more videos like this coming, and I'll see you on the next one.